Hi, we're talking about the tulip stitch today. I'm Ellen Gormley and welcome to my channel. I'm placing a worsted weight yarn and a size I hook in the loop on my hook. You can use whatever yarn you like and also match the hook size to go with the yarn that you've chosen. So for the tulip stitch, we are chaining a multiple of 4 plus 5. So there's one repeat, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 2 repeats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 repeats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 repeats plus a multiple of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Patrick, can you get Hobie?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the third chain in the 5th chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in that 5th chain, I like to use the back bar. I'm going to place 3 double crochets. I'm quite distracted by the pets who Theo has come to join us with the tulip stitch. Hey, Theo. So 3 double crochets in the 5th chain from the hook. It's quite hard to crochet with a cat grabbing the yarn, but it does make it a lot more interesting, almost like an obstacle course or a contact sport, isn't it? Okay, then we will skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in the next stitch. Thank you, Patrick. It's taking away poor Theo. Then I'm going to repeat across. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then in that same stitch I'm going to place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so to sum up so far, we have a multiple of 4 plus 5. The plus 5 becomes the chain 3 on the side. In the 5th chain from the hook, we've placed 3 double crochets. We've skipped 3 chains, single crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochets in that same stitch. Okay, so now we're at a skip 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the next chain, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets in that same stitch. 1, 2, 3. Now, can you guess what we'll do next? We're going to skip 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the next, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets in that same stitch under the single crochet. 1, get my yarn a little tangled there. 1, 2, 3, and then if we have counted correctly, we will skip 1, 2, 3 and end with a single crochet in the final chain. And we have counted correctly, and so we have our foundation, our first row going here. And we have 4 repeats. Remember, I did a chain 4 times and then added a chain 5. So that gives us our even number. Okay, so row 2, we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and turn. Actually, we're going to go ahead and do 4 and turn. And we will place 3 double crochets in the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 double crochets here in this 4th chain from the hook. So the 3 skipped ones become the turning chain. And the 4th chain of that turning chain 4 is kind of the anchor for this next little grouping of 3. Now we're going to skip all of these 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and in the space we will single crochet, chain 3, and place 3 double crochets. So it's kind of an interlock looking stitch, the tulip stitch. Now, again, we will skip 1, 2, 3 double crochets, single crochet in the next chain 3, and 3 double crochets. So it has a very much an interlock looking appearance. It's diagonal shells. This is the tulip stitch. This is where we are so far. So here's row 1, and we turned, and now we're going back. So skip those 3 double crochets, single crochet there, 1, 2, 3 chains, 3 double crochets in the chain 3 space. Do you see where I'm saying in the chain 3 space? There. And let's make sure and end correctly, because that is really important to keeping our work even. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 repeats, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 repeats. So we're going to end here with a single crochet in that chain 3. Now I know intuitively you might think, oh, I need to do another shell over here, but you put one over here. So we want to keep the same even number of repeats so that our work is approximately a square. So 1, 2, 3, 4 repeats, 1, 2, 3, 4 repeats on row 2. So again, now we're going to just repeat that second row. So we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn. In the fourth 1, 2, 3, fourth chain from the hook, we'll place 3 double crochets, just like we did on row 2. And get a few more repeats going, maybe a few more rows going, so that you can see how it turns out. Remember, skip those 3 double crochets, single crochet up here in that chain 3 loop, chain 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochets in that same loop. This is where I'm putting them. See where I'm putting them? 1, 2, 3. So if you like the look, kind of the cross-hatching type look of entrelac, but you don't really want to do entrelac, or entrelac has confused you, I had to do that for another video for you coming up so that you can see the difference. Entrelac is also kind of a Tunisian method. That this will give you a similar cross-hatching type feel, but I think it's easier once you understand how to start and end a row, because that can be a little bit confusing. And here we will see how many repeats we have, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know that we're just going to end with a single crochet and then chain 4 and turn. Okay, so this is how it's turning out so far. We have 3 rows done. Row 1, row 2, row 3. Okay, so in the fourth chain from the hook, we are double crocheting 3 times. And this is the tulip stitch. There's lots of different stitches on my special stitches playlist. Of course, there is a Tunisian playlist. If you're a lefty and you're seeing this video right-handed, I'm going to flip it so that, I actually did an extra chain there, so that you will have a left-handed version. If you are a righty and you're seeing this left-handed, well, there's also a right-handed version. So there is both a right and left-handed version of this video, so make sure you're on the one you need. There is a left-handed specific playlist for all you lefties out there, so that you're not left behind. Ha ha ha. And let's see, there's some just for fun videos. There's a little knitting playlist. I just did a sneak peek of my one skein crochet book. I'm coming to you now in March of 2019. The one skein crochet book is coming out July of 2019. So keep an eye out for that. The link is in the description below. We now have 4 rows. So it is a little bit of a wavy, undulating edge along the side, but it is turning out square because we have the same number of repeats. Chain 4 and turn. 3 double crochets in the 4th chain from the hook. And we'll just do it all again until you have it the right size. Also, this makes for a really, this would make a great baby blanket, this stitch, frankly. Especially if you had like an ombre yarn or a yarn that changed colors, and the colors would really change, I think, very, very nicely. And then you wouldn't have to worry about changing colors in the row. So a cake yarn would be fantastic to make a baby blanket out of this stitch. Be very eye-catching. And then I need to make you some edgings, I think. I don't have enough edgings for you on my channel, so I need to come up with some edgings for you so that I can teach you those so you can finish your projects. Okay, let's finish these last repeats here. and single crochet in the last to end the row. We always end and begin the rows. We begin every row the same way and we end every row the same way. So we always begin with a chain 4 and turn. Let's do one more row together. Chain 4 and turn, and double crochet 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets in the 4th chain from the hook. This is how we begin every single row. It is just a one row repeat after you get done with the foundation row. Then we will skip 1, 2, 3 double crochets and skip that single crochet there. That's understood. Single crochet there in that chain 3 space, 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochets in that space. And then when we get to the end of the row, we will have a pretty good size swatch, and you can see again how we finish the row. 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochets in the chain 3 space. This also would make a really nice scarf, and you could do this in a kind of a nubby yarn, kind of a light and lofty type yarn, a textured yarn, but you would lose all sense of the cross hatching. You would lose the look of the stitches and let the yarn shine. So we would end the row like we do every other row with a single crochet in the final chain 3. And here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 rows of tulip stitch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you see them? So you can kind of see it is a reversible pattern. Looks the same on both sides because we are turning rows, and we have maintained our stitch count, so it is more or less a rectangle. Maybe one more row would make it into a square, but this has been the tulip stitch, and I hope you enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you also to those of you who have shouted out and subscribed. I want to thank Katie G, Sally M, and Tori V. Thank you so much. See you next time.